Hi guys, coming at you from my mom's backyard to explain to you sort of the shift in how we're going to do things and talk to you about what you're doing today. So we are going to move to using a weekly slide deck. So you'll go through the slides for today and then you'll see a big stop sign. You'll know that you're supposed to stop for today and that's where you'll pick back up for tomorrow. You'll have a new lesson Monday through Thursday where you do one little part of your outline each day. And then I'll give you feedback on Thursday so you can see if you have to make anything up or change anything to complete things on Friday. And you can join office hours then if you need to do that at that point. But today we're starting at the beginning. We're skipping the hook, but we're starting with the introduction paragraph, which you guys know is the first paragraph of your essay and which is where your claim goes at the end. But before you get to your claim, you got to give the reader a little bit of background information so they know what you're writing about and they know what your form of social action is even. Because if your claim says using the courts is the best way to make social change, then they need to know about like what does it mean to use the courts, or investigative journalism is the best way to make social change. They need to know like what is investigative journalism. So I'll share my screen with you. There's going to be 2 steps in doing this today, and they're both pretty simple. The first one is just going to be to literally give a definition, and you can use one. You can either come up with one on your own from your research in total, or you can use a definition that you came upon during your research and just put it in quotation marks so you know that it came from a source that's not yours. So the sentence can literally say, using the courts can be defined as, or the court system can be defined as, or investigative journalism can be defined as, and you just finish that sentence. The second part is when you give a few characteristics, a little bit of a description about the method. So you can either do that by naming the key characteristics, so like what makes something investigative journalism, or by explaining how and why people use it for social change. So if you were using the key characteristics, it could be like some aspects of investigative journalism are blank, blank, and blank. If you want to do the second option and say how or why people choose to use it, think about when do they use it, like in what situations, and what's their purpose. So people use blank for social change in order to what? Or it's most often used in situations where what? So if we use an example, I didn't want to use any of the ones that you guys are doing because this one feels like otherwise it would be hard to do a different thing and not just copy my model directly. So when I defined in education as a way of social change, I said education can be defined as, and I used a direct quote, the process of teaching someone, especially in a school setting. Then step 2, where I gave characteristics, I said some key parts of education are empowering people with new skills, teaching children how to get along with others, and helping people set and complete their goals. That's sort of that first option where you're listing a couple parts of it. Then I also did an example of the second option, which is people use education for social change in situations when they want to make things more equal by making sure that everyone has the skills they need to be successful, no matter their race, economic background, or gender. Right? So I'm saying, in what situation would I use this? If I wanted to make sure things are more equal because everyone has the skills they need to be successful. Okay? So you're just going to work on that one section of your outline today, just this one part. And then if you haven't already put in, this person already put in which one they're using. If you haven't done that already, you can put that in because your claim's already pretty much done. You just have to put in your method of social change. Okay? I hope that wasn't confusing, and good luck. You're going to do great.